So.
Danke. Ich war nicht bereit. Okay, tschüss. Bitte schließ die Tür damit, weil ich so. Ja, das ist nett. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm that cool black girl and we are back for a little chit chat. So you know the drill, I hope. Grab your favorite drink. I've got a nice plushy pillow here. Make yourself comfortable. I have my notes. I wrote a whole script, or I wrote out the important points so that I know what I'm gonna tell you guys. Yeah, let's talk. Let us talk. So first question, how are you guys doing? How are you coping? Are you guys still in lockdown? Here in Germany we are not in lockdown or not quarantined anymore, but our daily lives are still very much, well, constricted. And wearing masks, well, in my case it's not such a bummer because we have a lot of pollen and I am allergic, so I'm actually quite fine wearing the masks at the moment because I am not suffering so badly from my allergies, basically, is what I'm saying. But let me know in the comments, guys, how you're doing, where you're watching from. I don't know, yeah, I'm curious, where are you guys watching from? Even if it's in Germany, let me know. Okay guys, so today we are going to talk about how to reset your brain. Little disclaimer, I'm gonna put it on the screen again, but the short version is I'm not a therapist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist or a dietitian, so don't take my word for face value. I just felt like sharing stuff that I have learned over the last few years that just helped me adult better, because yeah, adulting is hard, is what I learned. Okay, we're gonna start with the word to reset. It's a verb, so it's actually something we need to actively do. It's not something that just happens to us. To reset, we actually know this from like tech lingo. So you know, like when your computer is running slow, when your phone is very slow, what you do at some point, if you are smart and you know a little bit about technology, you do a reset. What happens is a lot of old files get deleted, stuff you don't need gets deleted, and it allows your appliances to simply work faster. Did you know you can reset your brain? I discovered that recently. Well, not recently actually, I've been doing this for a while, but yeah. The first thing I want to talk about is cycles. So the way I see things, everything is cyclical in my world. I mean, you know, look at this thing, this is also cyclical. I'm joking. Cycle, I pulled out the definition. A group of events that happen in a particular order, one following the other and often repeated, says Cambridge Dictionary. Our lives revolve around cycles. I don't know if you noticed, but the day has 24 hours, then it's done, then we go to the next day, we have weeks, we have months, years, we have seasons, so, and one season comes to an end, the next season starts, and so on and so forth. Our human bodies also work in a cyclical manner. Our cells renew after XYZ years. I'm also not a biologist and I don't remember my chemistry, so don't quote me and don't laugh at me for like messing things up. And I'm being very diffuse about this part, so yeah. What I know more about is, for example, menstrual cycles. Obviously, it's a cycle. So every X amount of days, because it depends from woman with an X to woman. After a certain amount of days, the cycle begins again. And doing a little bit of research, because I was curious about this, I came to find out that apparently men also have a cycle, except that it's a daily cycle. It's a daily hormonal cycle. Did you even know that, guys? I didn't know that. I did not know. Guys out there who are watching my video, please let me know. Do you even know that you have a cycle? Are you conscious of it? Have you ever wondered about your cycles? I am very curious now. Being aware of cycle actually means that you know that part of the cycle goes up. This up cycle part is the gray part. Everything's running, you're happy, you're in a good mood generally, life is great, you're thriving. Yay. Then comes the other part of the cycle, the down cycle. You're tired, you're unhappy, life is shitty. What happens when you are going through the down cycle part? I feel like when you've reached this, I'm gonna call this a slump for this year, when you reach this down part of the cycle, I feel like that's when a lot of more challenging things happen to you. Like if you're, for example, if you're applying for jobs, when is it that you're gonna get an answer and an invitation to an interview? Generally when you're in the down part of the cycle. When is it that you're gonna have, if you're like, I don't know, if you're single and you're dating, that was my experience in the past. When I was single, when I was dating, when would I get a response from the person I kind of was digging to meet up and actually go on a date? When I was in the down cycle. And I feel like I missed I kind of bailed on some meetings or some opportunities because I felt that, oh my god, I'm not the best version of myself right now. I don't want to present this to myself, so I'm just going to cancel this. I'm not going to go. And I feel like that makes everything worse. And after a while I realized there might be a way of kind of beating this. No, because you know that it's gonna come. You know it's gonna happen. So I guess knowing that gives you a certain kind of power to actually do something about it, which is what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the systems. What can you do when you've reached the slump? What can you do to go with the slump? It's not about avoiding the slump. You can't actually avoid it. It's about going with the slump and getting back to the upper part of the cycle where everything's cool anyway. Let's go back to the basics. It's basically our system. This system, I'm going to just talk about the 5 points which cover what I call my basics, and I hope will become your basics. And this is just the basics of how you can reset your brain over X amount of time and be able just to function again. So basics are sleep, hydrate, eat, workout, and journal. Easy. That's it. End of the video. Just kidding. Haha. Number 1. Sleep. Are you even sleeping enough? Have you slept at least more than 7 hours? I think the average for an adult is like 7 hours or something you should be sleeping. My sweet spot is 7.5, 8.5, depending on the days, whatever, how challenging they were. There is such a thing as oversleeping, which is also not good. Something I discovered the hard way. Yes, you can oversleep and it really F's up your rhythm and it's bad. As it's also inviting you the slump into your life, so don't oversleep. But you also do need to experiment a little bit to find your own sweet spot, because that kind of varies a little bit from person to person. I'm pretty sure there's people out there, and if you belong to those people, please let me know how you do this, who can sleep like 4 or 5 hours and they're good to go, like they're fine. And if they sleep more, it's bad. There's people, they'll need, I don't know, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if after 10 years still you don't need help. I don't know. As I say, not a person of the medical field, so I can't tell you that. But you should, I guess, as an adult, be sleeping at least 7 hours per night. So if you notice that you're maybe slacking on your sleep rhythm, maybe you should start either tracking it or simply going to bed a little bit earlier. The other thing that I realized was important was when I went to bed. I used to think that it's enough to get 7 hours in, but I also realized that it's as important to actually sleep at the right time. So for instance, in my case, that will be between 22 and 23 hours, somewhere there. If I go to bed at that time and I get 7.5 to 8.5 hours, I'm good, I'm great. Step number 2, hydrate. drink up only water. No, not tea, not coffee, not juice, not juice mixed with water. No, if you need a little bit of flavor, add some turmeric, a little bit with pepper, add a spritz of lemon juice, maybe add some apple cider vinegar if you're feeling fancy and if you can tolerate the taste. I like the taste personally, I've gotten used to it. So you can get used to it. Not more than a teaspoon though, I think more isn't that good, I don't know. Also another point about drinking water. The amount counts obviously, so I try to drink 700 milliliters to a liter every morning, and the temperature also matters, so you shouldn't be drinking ice cold water. It's not good for your body, I believe. Also, I discovered that drinking cold water makes your body work double, because it has to warm up the water so that it can actually do something with the water, which is something I didn't know. Also, drinking too hot water was just not comfortable, so you need to drink, or I don't want to tell you what you need to do, but I drink warm water. It's really nice. That's it. So drink water. Step number 3 is to eat the right foods. I noticed when I have a slump, it's because I've been eating bad foods. Well, bad foods is, what I mean with that is that junk foods. Clearly in my case it's candy, it's crisps. Maybe I've drunk a little bit more alcohol than I usually do. Not that to say that I'm an alcoholic, but I do enjoy the occasional alcoholic beverage because I am a responsible adult and I am allowed to drink, by the way. But I also realized that when I do pay more attention to what I'm eating, that generally I get out of the slump faster. Because also, if you have upset your whole digestive system, you will hit the slump. There are a few books that have come out recently about gut and the gut health, and I'm excited to read those in the coming weeks and months. So I'll probably talk about this and share what I discovered excitedly in some of the next videos in the coming months. But definitely watch your diet. Also, did you know that 5 fruits and vegetables, you need to pay attention to that? Because when I discovered this, or when this slogan became like super hype, I was like, oh, 5 fruits and vegetables, so if I eat 5 fruits, I'm good. Yeah, the thing is, there's a lot of sugar in fruits as well. So, and sugar also definitely influences the mood, because sugar gives you a quick high, but there's also a down that comes afterward. And so eating too much fruit might also be a reason why you're slumping. So when it comes to 5 fruits and vegetables, it should be 5 vegetables and fruits. Try to eat more vegetables than fruits. Maybe try that. I don't know. Are there any nutritionists who could basically verify what I'm saying? Well, not verify. What's the word? Confirm what I'm trying to say. That would be great. Like if there's somebody who's into nutrition, or if you're studying it or something, please let us know in the comments. Let the community know. And I'm talking to this invisible community for the moment. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed, and you are now officially part of the community I just created. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is actually working out. So I hear you already. Oh god, I don't like working out. I do have a sportive past, but I also had a long break. Guys, it's hard not to cuss. I'm trying not to cuss. So I had a really long break where I didn't do any sports because I realized that what I was doing wasn't fun, amongst other things. And what I have found works for me are home workouts. I don't like going to the gym, people. It's not the gym, it's the people who I meet at the gym who I don't like. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only one. What else do I not like? I don't like jogging. I don't know why. It just doesn't do it for me. Doesn't make me happy. I do feel good afterwards, but it just doesn't make me feel happy. So let's skip that shit. See, I cussed. But what works for me are 20-minute workouts. In my previous chit chat video, we talked about MadFit. She is an absolute great source to me personally. So I love her 20-minute full body workouts. I also enjoy very much uphill sprints. So it is literally what I said, uphill sprinting. A few units of those. And I also do a bit of yoga, a bit of stretching at home, just based off of YouTube videos. And what I have taken up doing regularly this in the last maybe 8 months is bouldering, climbing indoors. So much fun. That's the kind of workout system I have created for myself that I like. The home workouts is what I do the most and the most consistently and the most regularly. Uphill sprints, especially when the weather's nice, and climbing indoors, well, once, twice per month if I'm lucky. It's fun. Definitely recommend you try it out. What am I trying to say? Find a workout system that works for you. Don't do what somebody tells you you need to do. And you know what? Get yourself some help from your friend who does sport regularly, or from a professional if you need to. There's no shame in it. And guys, we are already at step 5. Step 5 is journaling. Why did I include this? I have a scatterbrain. I have a brain that thinks too many thoughts all the time, too fast. I can't always keep up with it. And when I reach a slump, it's just basically a downward spiral of negativity and worry and anxiety and fear and sadness. So basically a lot of negative thoughts and thinking patterns. And to kind of counter that, I have found that journaling is great. So, Team Tech, grab your phone, open your notes, and just start tipping away. Grab your laptop, sit down at your computer, whatever you need to do, and just start writing. Basically, like, spill out all the negativity onto your tech. Team Stationery, like me, you grab a piece of paper, you grab your favorite notebook, and just start writing. I prefer writing in the morning, right after waking up, whilst drinking my water. You might prefer writing in the evening before going to bed because your brain is so worried that you can't get your rest in. Maybe you need to write when something stressful happens. You can't do anything wrong, basically, is what I'm saying. Anytime you feel like writing, just write it down. Right, even if it's just one word, one sentence, it gets rid of it. So that's it, guys. That's the end of the video. Those are my 5 tips. 5 steps to reset your brain are: sleep, hydrate, eat, workout, and journal. I hope this will help you guys. I hope you know what I'm talking about also, because maybe I'm the only adult who, well, goes through this, but I honestly, I don't think so. Let me know in the comments if this is something that was interesting to you. Let me know in the comments if this is something that's helpful, and yeah, we'll see each other in the next video. Also, I'm wondering what you thought about my fashion videos. I don't know if you saw, but I have at least 1 or 2, I don't know when this video is going up, so I have at least 1 or 2 different videos from this chit chat talks on the channel. Please give them a look and let me know how you enjoyed them. Okay guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.